So
be a part of it.
I am so excited. So Scoot, show a little more. I'm holding the baby. This is my best friend Adrienne. So she came over today. It just happened to work out that I posted that video yesterday about wanting to talk about things going on in the community and stuff. But I'm really excited. I'm gonna push this back just a little bit to make sure we don't cut off our heads. I'm really excited because Adrienne has always been someone whose advice I listen to. My dog's going crazy and her dog's good enough to be inside. And that's what's going on in the background. Felix, you wanna lay down? So this is her son, Alistair.
Can you get up?
And I'm holding him to get boy vibes. Because I got a bunch of girls. Come on, get up. Lay down. And this is Felix. So you're not in the picture. So, okay. So she was gonna give me pointers on my channel. And, but first I want to know what it was like to have a baby. Her son, Rowan, my godson, is he 12? 11.
He's about to be 12.
About to be
you're
12.
almost right.
So him and Sienna, my daughter has a huge crush on him. So we're hoping they get married. Because I always dreamed of, and I'll be open about this, I've always dreamed of having a mixed child. My husband played basketball, close enough, but not what I wanted as far as, so now I have a mixed grandbaby. So that's the plan. And they're exactly like, they both love gaming. What else? They're just both kind of awkward.
Quirky.
They're quirky, awkward, a little nerdy, a little
super honest.
Yeah, they're exactly like just the boy and girl version. So anyway, we're not planning weddings old fashioned, but we're planning weddings old fashioned. So anyway, it's a little hot in here.
It is warm.
I know it's because the heater's right there, but
Here, I'll
you think
hold
he's
him while you
hot?
take that off.
Okay, so what I want to talk about real quick. Well, according to my nipples, it doesn't look hot. But anyway, no, what I want to talk about is what it was like to have a baby that far apart. Because Lily is almost 9.
Actually, it's way better than anyone like. So, most people say, they have kids all in a big row.
Yeah.
I love the way that I did it because my 11-year-old, he had 11 years of getting spoiled and being the only one, so we have a really good bond.
Right.
And then he is also my number one helper with this guy.
Oh, I'm sure.
He's in this stage where he's still really silly. Here, you get as much baby time.
I know, I need baby time.
But he's really, he's silly and quirky. So this guy just sits there and watches him play.
And
and watches
always
him
been a
do
mama's
stuff.
boy, so he's like really like he wants to help. Like he doesn't like he probably gets up and is like, what can I do? Like he's always been like that.
He'll go get stuff for me when I need it, especially when I'm feeding the baby and I'm kind of
stuck.
like that. So it's awesome. And then now he is actually feeling a lot of responsibility. Because he's always saying like, oh, I'm going to teach him this or I'm going to teach him that. Or he said, I better get my grades in order because I have to teach my little brother not to mess up.
Oh, that's
stuff
amazing.
like that.
But you've always been good at teaching him how to think like that.
Yes, but has he always followed that? No.
No.
But he's finally starting to.
I don't know. I think Rowan's perfect. I think Rowan's perfect, but
he's
I'm
great
partial.
as a person and all of that, but as far as his schoolwork, he does not like to do it. But if he sits down and, he'll do it. But he fights me a little bit.
I mean, this is how good her son is. My husband is great with kids. He loves kids. But to really love somebody else's child, like Adrienne and Rowan lived with us for a while, which was like, when she moved out, I literally, I'm gonna cry. That's when I fell off. Like that was the hardest thing for me when y'all left, because that was really hard for me. I still get upset. She moved to Chicago.
But now I'm back.
She's back, but she moved to Chicago and then Colorado and was gone for 3 years. But it was a good thing because now she's got a family and everything's great. So, but she lived with us, and my husband grew to love her son and trust her. And I wrote in my blog, to me, when you have a friend that can call your husband and talk to, meaning my husband, and text him and me not have to worry about it. Do you know, I realized that all 6 of my best friends have all at one point in time, you especially, and actually all of them, but you especially because you lived here. I'll just say, my husband let her drive the car and wouldn't let me drive the car. Okay, that's how close we all got. But when you can trust your husband and you can trust your friend, or like when Cal says, oh, Adrienne just texted, I'm like, okay, Like, it doesn't bother me, and it made me realize, like, wow, I have like 6 best friends that Cal can say, Jamie texted, you didn't call her, or Courtney, sorry, buddy, and you know, or Adrienne's coming over, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, it's really cool to have that.
You know, like, there's always a lot going on with you, or if you're
and
like,
with my health,
then I want to make sure you're good, and sometimes it's easier just, and also, like, if
when I was using you guys,
I need to make sure that
Cal's
good.
okay.
Sometimes just call to make sure that Cal's doing good, because if your support
Do you know that all 6 of y'all did that?
Then he can't help you.
He had no one to talk to except you 6 girls, and I was so grateful for that when I was either in jail or treatment. I mean, I had some good best friends who I always name after these videos.
Like he's
and Adrienne's was, he's just smiling.
He did, got his tongue
sticking
out. Oh, he put it back.
So, I mean, that to me is a good friend when you know you can trust them with every facet of your life, including having look at Felix nodded, having a platonic, honest friendship with your husband. I mean, when I was locked away in jail, and Cal would say, Adrienne called, we talked, or Jessamyn or whoever, it wasn't like I was sitting there stewing over why. I was like, thank God somebody's talking to him and just reminding him the good parts of me. Reminding him that it's okay, she's gonna get through this. You know what I mean? Adrienne was one of those people that did that.
People appreciate what he's doing to try and help her too, and you're like, you know, support.
A lot of men would leave.
You.
A lot of men would have left, and I had some good friends.
He's a big man, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Like he's a bigger person than most men.
But you know how many friends I talk to that girls would be like, oh, never. My friend would probably try and steal my husband. I'm like, that's not your friend.
Yeah, a real
that's
friend
not
would
your
not
friend.
do that.
I mean, I could trust any one of you, and I have a good 6 girls that are my best friends. Any one of them could have come over and brought dinner to my husband, and I could have been in rehab, in jail, or in Los Angeles working. Oh, mommy turn. And, you know, and then like, oh good, thank you for doing that. I forgot to put something in the freezer. Or dumbass me got in trouble, so I can, you know, be there. So I'm so glad you are. And I was just thinking that I'm so grateful. And like I said, I posted that thing, and I just want people to give a shit, you know? And then I realized I really do have people in my life that do that. But Adrienne had some pointers for me, and I told her, wait till we're on camera, because I want to know, I want to know what, from the outside looking in, what I could be doing better besides learning how to edit on a different editing app. I keep using the same one.
Well,
because you know I'm terrible at technology.
I can't help you with that because I'm also
I'm terrible.
But I was thinking that, like, or maybe something that I'm struggling with, or I have struggled in the past, and it's kind of revisiting in my current relationship. But something that I think women struggle with a lot is, you know, some people, like, I don't want to be a naggy person. That's not my personality. And I've always said, like, I have enough children. I don't want another one, so I don't want to nag my man. So, but sometimes, you know,
they nag us.
Right.
But I know what you mean.
But, you know, I'm just like,
yeah.
How do I get this across to you without you feeling like I'm nagging you, or me feeling like I have to, you know, like I'm not going to be like, oh, you better, da-da-da-da-da. I'm just not like that. I'm like, you either do it or you don't. Like, but I will remember what you decide to do at the end. So,
you know what's just mean?
What?
Pillow talk, or when I'm topless?
That's true. That does. But when you have a baby, that is harder to do.
Not true. Okay,
So
do while you're breastfeeding with the boob out.
It's less
like
hot
it.
when someone's attached to it eating them.
I don't know. My husband thinks it's cute. Whatever. You know, whatever. When the breast milk shoots across the room, I mean, he just thinks it's cute. But whatever. That's just
Because my main thing is like, okay, now
but you gotta be strategic. You gotta be strategic.
Yeah, we've hit that like 5 years or almost 5 years together,
That's when I ran
and a baby, and so I'm like, yeah, it gets scary, it gets weird. You have to kind of get over a next hump, which my friend Ryan is a great person to talk to about that, because her and her guy have been together for like 10 plus years.
Count it, 19 years on and off.
Also gone through that, and he just shocked me with his tail.
Listen to my dog.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds like someone's breaking into my house.
Yeah, that would start on me throughout the day. But, you know, getting over that next hump, keeping, like, reminding each other to take care of each other.
Yes.
And
that the grass is never greener on the other side.
That I have learned the hard way through years.
Me too.
And I'm not even going to mess that up now.
Me too.
So thank God I'm past that.
Do you know...
also left it in my thing. Like, you have to take the action, and he does now.
Yeah.
But, for a while it was like, oh, but I'm not keeping him from you. I've never said no, unless we had a specific plan already in place.
I got you a pair of jeans. I know what it is when you're getting your body back and you want some nice clothes. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I got us both there. I mean, far I've come and been like, wow. Even a year ago, even though I was not using a year ago, my mind was still, I could see how people might have still thought because, I would still write too fast. You know what I mean? So, like, it didn't look like I was, like, articulating what I was saying in my subjects.
That's not drugs, that's just who she is.
I use Grammarly. This is a shout out to Grammarly. Go ahead and promote me now. I use Grammarly because I do. My brain is so fast.
Blogs all the time. Look, he's just...
Yeah, I do. I started using it for my blogs, and I have to go back and fix it. I do because I think so fast. I'm afraid I'm going to forget, and I can't take ADHD medications because I get addicted. So ADHD is the one thing left. Like, I have to really stop and listen and focus. I hear everything everybody's saying. People are always shocked. They're like, you heard me say that? Like, because I come back so fast. I hear everything everybody's saying. There's one side of my brain always paying attention. But there's this other side that's like, I don't want to forget. But, so, I mean, I cannot take ADHD medication. I will get addicted. I can't take it. And Strattera didn't work for me. Yeah. It just didn't work. It just didn't work at all. So that's the one thing I have to live with. And it's hard when you're trying to write a book and you have a literary agent who's like, what do you have this week?
You know what? Maybe have your 5 projects going at once. Who cares? Like, no one said everybody has to sit down, put your hands to the table, and just write for hours. You can't do that.
But my OCD tells me I have to.
But when it happens, like when you think about it, just have like it's there. So you do this, I'm thinking about, because you're still thinking about what you were writing. You just come over, write it down. That's like the beauty of,
the phones now have the text editor and all that.
Yeah, or even voicing it, like,
I need to get one of those, yeah.
Voice record it and then transcript it later.
Yeah.
But either of those things, you don't have to just sit down and write. You get little moments where, or you like, take a notepad or, on your phone notepad, make your notes of what you're thinking about right then and there. And then when, it is quiet and you have more time, you can piece it together.
She says, what's that?
So I like to do that,
Yeah, so I know you've always been great. Adrienne is an artist. She paints. Are you been painting lately?
No, because everything had to be packed up all the time. But now that we
need
have
to
a
get
house,
back into that.
I'm getting my easel out so I can.
I have one of her paintings in one of my pictures I use as my cover photo a lot, and I want to claim the painting so bad because people say, is that yours? I want to claim, I think one time I did. I'm sure I did it high, but now I'm like, no, my best friend did that. I'm just in front of it looking cute because she's also a photographer, very artistic. In fact, I need to take a couple of those pictures for that $50 gig I got.
Work on it.
Yeah. But, so question for what I want to ask as a new mom, I know something I always struggle with, you're pregnant, you have the baby, and then all of a sudden normal life comes back into play, and you still have dreams and hopes and desires and things like that, and then the nagging with your husband and all that. Where you've always been good at being able to stop, okay, Trixie, I hear you, she go outside, be able to stop and say, okay, right now none of those things can happen. But right now, this is what I can do to get there. You've always been good at that. So, what would your advice be to someone like me who needs it right now? And then my next question for you is, what are your hopes and dreams for the near future? Besides your kids always being happy. I know your kids always come first for you. You've always been so good about that.
Well, right now, I'm actually, once I go back
for
to work.
Adrienne, what does Adrienne want to do? What?
I'm kind of anxious to get working again.
You've always been working.
It's very uncomfortable. I like to be able to spend my money on things I want and not feel bad about it and not feel like, you know what, I don't need this. I should spend this on things for my kids or this or that. So I want to work so I have a little bit of extra money. So anyway, I've actually, because I'm waiting to get into phlebotomy. So I have a book.
That's right.
That's a textbook. And I get out my textbook and I read chapters out of it. I take notes. I study my notes so that when I do get there, I'm going to be so much more prepared and comfortable.
I wish you could practice on me, but I have no veins left.
That's actually probably what I need. So I should probably order some.
You know what?
Because
I would be a good practice because
Yeah.
I don't have any left, and I don't even feel it. I don't even feel it. Yeah, you can totally practice on me.
I don't want to trigger you.
It doesn't trigger me.
Okay.
It doesn't. It would some, but it doesn't. In fact, I didn't like that part of it. I get addicted to the ritual, but the needle part, I was glad when it was over. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gave me anxiety. Yeah. But it doesn't give me anxiety when someone else does it, but for me, because I wasn't, like, it's just when you're in the bathroom, your kids, you can hear your kids, and this is a true story. I mean, or my friend's waiting for me, and I'm rushing, and it's just, I don't ever want to go through that again. So it doesn't trigger me in that way. In fact, it reminds me.
To hurry and
well,
to
and
be like,
just what you're doing to yourself. Just that I'm abusing, I'm mutilating myself. And so it doesn't trigger me except remind me that I'm not hurting myself anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not doing something. I'm not, and this is a tough story, but I'll be honest, and people might hate me for it. One time I had to slam, my daughter tried to get in the bathroom, and for her not to see me, I almost slammed her hand in the door. And these are things that I deal with and I have guilt for. And when I talk to my therapist, I have to say, do I bring it up to her? And they're like, no, don't. That could still be trauma. She's 4. And she never said anything to me about it, but I have guilt for it. Mm-hmm. And so how do you get past those things as an addict is just don't do them again.
Learn from your mistakes is the best thing with guilt. And then eventually you can forgive yourself as things go or make up for lost time, things like that. So when they're old enough, talk to them about that stuff. That's kind of where I'm getting with my son being 11, 12. There's more I can talk to him about.
He's so good.
Like, learn from my mistakes,
He's so good about coming to you about things. A lot of
he
kids
is.
don't.
It's surprising.
Sienna's good
and I'm
too.
very thankful.
Yeah, he's really good about that. So what is it like having a new family? You got 5 years. Oh God, 5 years already. And that's actually really good time. And they've had all that time together, and then to have a baby. This is his first baby.
And this is the first time him being like, and that's why, I don't want to nag him because he is trying his hardest. He's doing a great job. He really is. Yeah. But he's so hard on himself. Yeah. And I'm like, stop being so hard on yourself because I know what it's like to struggle or to feel like, oh, it's all on me. But I was like, you just literally just work. Don't think about it so much. Just work. And just at the end of the day, just think about like, you did all this and look what you've accomplished. So don't look about what you haven't done or what you need to do. Because at the end of the day, we're all happy, we're safe, we have food, like, and we'll be fine. And and everyone's healthy. And I was like, you have to count your blessings, be thankful for what you have, and not like think about 10 years up the road. Let's think about, a year from now what we'd like to be at, but let's think about this month.
And when do you think you would go back to, like, what's your goal? Because I know you're nursing and everything like that.
Maybe, like, when he's, like, 10 months, maybe, or so, I think. Unless I need to go back earlier. I'd like to start with just a part-time. So I can go back sooner, but not
be... And is his mom available, or, like, do you need a nanny?
Well, she's
do you need a nanny?
She's watching
expensive. Childcare is expensive.
Especially for babies. So that's where the issue. Yeah. And that's why we're like, well, we'll probably wait a little bit. Or if I can do part-time, it's only a few hours in the early morning, so we can tag team. I'm even thinking maybe like if I can.
You always get over the
night.
You could always work. Yeah.
Yes, but he doesn't want me working at night so much because that's the only time he's home. Okay. And then he would be too exhausted.
You make good money doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you're good at that.
But also it's kind of being around that stuff that I'm trying to kind of separate myself from.
Well, you worked at that really nice.
I like to party and hang out too.
Yeah, but you worked at that nice restaurant. The nice one in Colorado.
Nice restaurants have partiers too.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. You go. It will find you if you let it. So I'm just, if I need to, I'll do that. But I'm trying to avoid that, and I'm trying to work on a new chapter, not go back.
So good in hospitality,
but not go back into that same field. Like if I want to break free, I need to.
Maybe like a nice hotel or something.
being in a hotel would be awesome. I've always tried that.
Like a nice one here.
It's hard to get into that field without someone recommending you in the Atlanta area. Actually, it's very. But if I'm now that I live further out from the city, I probably could get into that. The only thing is,
you're really good with people, and
there's a lot of the hours. You know, you have to do what you have to be available.
We're a dog family.
You know what? He needs a diaper change.
He does. Okay, well,
so good, but
this has been Let's Talk Raw with Brooklyn, and I'm so happy that Adrienne came and joined me for Girl Talk. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch the whole hour, but if you do, that's awesome. If we do this again, we'll probably keep it shorter. But this was also our we hadn't seen each other since she was 8 months pregnant. So and now she has a new life. So anyway, thanks for joining us. So Let's Talk Raw with Brooklyn. Bye.